fourth Wily level has a bit of a learning curve to it. The first big obstacle are all the illusion floors. Knowing where they are ahead of time will be really helpful. This early one right near this hard hat will lead you to an extra life. Then instead of weaving your way in and out of this zigzag mess, just use item 1 here to take a shortcut. Now here you don't want to bother jumping across this thing, guessing where the safe spots are. Just use item 2 to glide across. When you get to this tracked platform, use the metal blades to fend off the floating hamburgers like in Crash Band's level. Next one has 0 enemies on the screen, but you have to slip up into this little gap here or you'll get caught. Use item 2 to get across the way over here. It's really not worth trying to dick around on the platform as it swoops back. The boss is, well, it's a series of automated guns stuck in the wall. They're protected by steel barricades and all fire simultaneously every 6 or 7 seconds. Now, while it's possible to beat this thing in one attempt, it really isn't likely. Only crash bombs can take down the walls and the guns, so you'll probably end up running out of bombs before you take out all the guns. Now when you die and come back, the walls you took out won't be there anymore, but the guns will. So in the first go around, concentrate on just blowing up the walls. Let them kill you and stock back up on crash bombs in this area here. It may take some time, but it'll come. Dodging their attacks isn't completely easy either, but the less guns there are, the less likely they are to kill you. If you only have 1 life going into the first battle, then you're pretty much fucked. The 5th and final Wily level isn't so much a level at all, as much as it is a bedlam battle with 8 Robot Masters again. Each of these teleportation modules lead you to a different Robot Master, so unlike the first game, you get to choose which Robot Masters you want to face, although you can't tell from the outside which Robot Master is in which door. You'll also get a health capsule after defeating each Robot Master. As far as the order goes, that really depends on how well you do against certain Robot Masters. I say go after the harder ones first, and if even after winning and getting the health increase you're still kinda low on energy, then take out an easy one. Eventually you'll take out all 8 and a new portal opens up. Dr. Wily is waiting inside this big ass spaceship that fires a glowing projectile out the bottom gun. If you have any crash bombs left, use them. The metal blades work good as a backup. Once his energy is drained, the shell breaks open and he'll gain a new life bar and his attacks make more of a slow bouncy motion. Keep attacking with the metal blades in a diagonal pattern preferably, you'll be able to get more shots in that way. After you win, Wily escapes in a small ship and the floor explodes underneath you. So it wasn't really the last level all along. Well, the last level is very brief. You start out falling, continuing your descent from the last boss battle, and you simply have to not get hit by these drops of acid or whatever the hell they're supposed to be, and the door to the final boss is right there. But don't get too careless when trying to avoid the acid, they do take out a lot of your health. Dr. Wily free falls from the sky and... Wait, what the... Oh my god, he's an alien skeleton, what the hell's going on? No time to worry about that, grab your bubble lead and start shooting. Yeah, bubbles are the biggest weakness of the main boss of the game. He moves in a figure 8-ish pattern. Because the bubbles roll across the floor, the only time you can hit him is when you're up close to him. So you'll need to jump in front of him, fire and retreat while dodging his projectiles that thankfully don't really come at you at an alarming rate. It's a pretty simple boss fight, but a decent surprise for a finale. After winning, it's revealed that Wily was controlling a robot the whole time, and he finally gives up after painting himself into a corner. Then you get a cutscene where Mega Man takes a walk, while weather patterns change as well as his color scheme matching up with various color combinations he has during the game. All the while, a great piece of music plays in the background. He stops, looks up at the sky, and puts his helmet down as the credits start to roll. Mega Man 2 is definitely an amazing sequel. It's pretty hard to take a really awesome game and execute the sequel so well that it actually surpasses it the way Mega Man 2 does. The graphics, controls, gameplay, music, replay value, level design, every aspect you can think of is brilliant, and it still holds up just as well in 2008 as it did in 1988. Besides the game being so solid, the fact that there are 8 different Robot Masters makes for many different combinations you can use to run throughout the game. If you've never played this or any of the Mega Man games, you're really missing out on one of the treasures of the video game industry. It just kicks so much ass. Now the big question is, could Capcom possibly improve on this one as much as they improved on the first one? We'll find out another time. So that wraps up this edition of Aqualung's Game Reviews. See you next time. Now,
When I was a kid, for whatever reason, I used to go through the Robot Masters in the order of the mugshots, sort of. I'd go bubble, air, quick, wood, heat, metal, flash, and crash. I don't have OCD or anything, I just happen to go through that route, but it just so happens that it always worked. Bubbleman, Airman, Quickman, and Woodman I could take out fine with the normal arm cannon, and I didn't need the time stopper to get through the lasers in Quickman's level. But there are a couple parts of this method that serve well, like being able to grab the extra life up here in Metal Man stage. You don't have item 1 or item 2 going through the traditional sequence at this point. Same thing with getting this E-Tank after the Evil Knievel jump. The other area is in Flashman stage. You don't have item 1 or any of the items at this point, so you can't climb up here and get the extra life. But by using my ridiculous sequence, you can. There are disadvantages though, like having the time stopper to get through the metal spiked area, but I just never bothered. You can always just change the order around and go to Flashman stage before Metal Man. Then there's the part where you don't have the metal blades at the hot dogs either. Really, there are tons of instances like this. I don't think that there's one route that's 100% perfect, but those are just some examples and I figured I'd share my weird order just for shits and giggles.